Okay, I've just done just an initial video just to say I'm not happy at the final. I don't think anybody is, but I think the seeds of the problems we've seen recently have started long before this week. You'll have heard of the phrase top reds, and that's fan sites, journalists, or whatever you want to call them, but they won't argue with FSG or the club. They will back them up on everything, so they don't lose, like, say, exclusive access and things. And there's channels like myself, Cop Talk, Cop Heights of Anfield, Red Raw, AKM. We're a bit more honest in what we say. We say how we feel. And the fans asked for the signings back in January. We knew what happened last year. We knew we needed some players. And then why do you not add to a squad when you're in a position of strength to set out a message to your rivals and say, look, we're top, we're going to make ourselves even better? And what it does, adds fresh legs, energy, and more positive vibes. Top Reds, for example, turned around and said, why do we need? We've got the best squad in the league. We're in 4 competitions. Well, to be fair, they weren't lying about the 4 competitions. But let's bring some facts up. We get through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Go to Plymouth. 4 competitions became 3. Okay? Then we had PSG. I thought we'd win. I thought we had enough to win. I thought the games would be tight, but we'd win. First leg comes. We looked completely out of our depth. We were played off the park. How we won that game, I do not know. We didn't deserve to win that game. We got lucky. You can't say a side that concedes like nearly 30 shots at goal and has the opponent having 71% possession. Lucky to... or I should say, to say the run. A side that has that, you don't say they don't deserve to, they deserve to win that game. Next game we played, Southampton. Go a goal behind. We have to change things around and come back. But look at the second half against Wolves as well. Wolves were on top. Look at the way we just gave away a lead at Villa. We gave away the lead at Everton. We gave away the lead at Newcastle. So, we get to the second leg. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net. We can't control the midfield. It was a closer game. We had chances. We played well in patches, but we couldn't kill them off. And those 3 competitions became 2. Now, the top Reds saying we were in 4 competitions, that claim started to look a bit weak. We needed a new number 9. Apparently bids came in for Darwin. Told, no replacements available. There's nobody available. We can't bring anybody in, was what I heard. Let's have a look. Manchester City bought in Omar Mamouche. Brighton bought in the striker we'd monitored. Tottenham loaned Matthias Tel from Bayern. They'd had offer accepted, but he turned that down. So, and he eventually went on loan. Juventus got Muani from PSG on loan. Technically, we could have tried to say get Vlahovic on loan, but no. Do you mean to say when we played Villa Marmouche would have missed the same chance Jota and Darwin missed? Do you think he would have taken chances against Everton and PSG? I think he would. We're now 12 points clear because Arsenal beat Chelsea today. But those 2 draws there and the league, we could have potentially won. So add another 4 points on top. We could have been sat there 16 points clear with 9 games to play. Meaning we needed 4 wins. So yeah. And the performances we need to sort out. We can't do it in 3 or 4 games. It needs sorted out before Everton. We need to be back on form for Everton. My worry is that points gap. If we don't sort the form out, 12 could become 10 or 9, and that could decrease, and then we've got Arsenal breathing down our necks and we're not performing. We can't afford to slip up. We looked at the team today. Did we look like a Champions Elect team? No, we didn't. Far from it. Sorry, but we were awful. What else did I note today? What's happened to Diaz? He's completely lost the plot, but we're still playing him. Diego Jota. He's come back from injury and he's been absolutely awful. I mean, Darwin hasn't been much better. But by God, could he have offered more today, for example? I mean, I think at one point we had Mo, Darwin, Gakpo, Chiesa, Elliott. I think 5 or 6 attacking players on the pitch. We shouldn't need all of them on the pitch to score a goal. We really shouldn't. And then we look at the squad. It's going to be a squad that's changing in the summer, but look at the players. There's rumours persist among some people Alisson may leave. We know Kelleher wanted to leave. Jaros, the forgotten man. And there's a 4th keeper, Harvey Davies. Tell me when he last made the bench or played. I can't think. Defence, Gomez. Well, he's staying. I mean, he was linked away last year. Canate, there was rumours he might be sold if he won't sign a new deal. Virgil van Dijk. No contract signed. We don't know what's happening there. Kwanzaa. We probably need to keep him because there's no other options at the moment. Robbo. Do you think we're seeing the same Robbo that was up and down the wing 5 years ago? No, we're not. Costa Simicas. He's good for cover, but I don't think he's good enough for 38 game Prem season and say whatever game's in the cup. I just don't think he's good enough long term. Trent Alexander-Arnold. When's he boarding the plane to Madrid? He's pretty much gone. Bradley, that's Trent's replacement if we look at the midfield. Endo. I think he's only coming on just because we need somebody that will battle and keep a lead, but he's not featured earlier in the season as much. I don't think Slot really wants him there. Dom, he's a future captain, in my opinion. He needs to stay. Maka, Grav, need to stay. Elliot, good in flashes. He comes on as a sub. Does well. But can he do it long term? I don't know. I really don't know. Question marks there with him. Curtis Jones. I don't think he was great recently. It's like he was so praising the new style under Slot at the start of the season, and now he's not getting as many appearances on the pitch. If an serious offer came in and he could be replaced, I think he would go. He'd be sold. I don't think he's a must-keep for Slot. Tyler Morton, I think as soon as there's a chance he's out the door. Basetic, yes, he's on loan, so we can't really criticise or say anything this year. But if he goes out on loan next year, I think he might have to think hard about his future at the club. I really do. And now for the strikers. Diaz. Rumours that Barca are after him, Barca want him, Barca are going to come in with him. We've seen the Man City stuff reappear again, but even if there's like not a link with Man City getting him now. But that story's come up, but he's been off the boil for quite some time. Jota, since his injury, may as well be singing the Iggy Pop song, I Am the Passenger, because he has been a passenger. He's been awful. Really, really poor. It's like I go into some like Liverpool chat rooms and the general consensus they'd rather Darwin starting than Jota. What does that tell you? Chiesa. Yes, we know about his condition, and I think he sold off us come into the summer. But you can see what quality he has. If we could get him fit and get in games, he's an asset, no doubt about it. But it's if. Big if. Who's next? Cody Gakpo. I think he needs to stay. He's absolutely crucial. He's better than Diaz on the left at the minute by far. Mo. If it wasn't for that contract, he's the first name on the thing. But when you look at it, there's so many players with futures in doubt. And are we going to be looking leggy and lethargic for the rest of the season as have the squad given all they can? I don't know. It's just... Oh. Why did we not strengthen in the summer? I mean, it's just crazy. We're Liverpool. We shouldn't be being outspent by teams in the Championship. I'm going to look something up here. This will be interesting. Bear with me. Hey, look. We struggled to spend 10 million in January. Wrexham in League One spent just under 3 million, or 10 million in the summer. Wrexham have spent about just under 3 million this season. Let's have a look at some other clubs when the website loads. Let's think. Burnley spent 5 times more than we did in this season. They spent more, nearly double on one player than we did in 2 windows. That's Burnley spending double, pretty much just under double on one player alone than we spent in actually 3 transfer windows. Okay? 3 windows. That's a bloody joke. It really is. We're getting outspent by championship sides. No. I mean, even Ipswich strengthened in this January to try and save themselves. Ipswich are going into the market to strengthen in January. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think Tottenham did more than we did. It's an absolute nightmare. I'm getting to the stages. FSG need to go, and go soon. They need to sell that club. We need somebody that cares for the club and wants Liverpool to be back on their perch and stay there, so to speak. FSG don't want that. What FSG want, they want to manage your expectations and make money by finishing in the top 4. Anything else is a bonus. They're just aiming for top 4. Is that what Bill Shankly looked for? No, it wasn't. What was his famous quote? I'll read you 2 Bill Shankly quotes, and you think this fits FSG. If you are first, you are first. If you are second, you are nothing. Okay? Do we see that with FSG aiming for first? No, Bill Shankly would not. I'm sure he would turn in his grave. Another quote, some people, football is a matter of life and death. I'm very disappointed with that attitude. I can assure you it is much, much more important than that. Why can't we have owners with that desire to win? Where is the passion from the owners? Where's the commitment? Where's the desire? There is none. Sorry, the owners are a joke. Absolute shit show we are at the moment. And if performances don't improve, we are going to become an absolute laughing stock. Absolute. It's just unbelievable. Can you believe we're on the verge of a 20th title, and the squad we have, we're looking at and thinking most could easily be sold? I do fear for Arne Slot next year, because he's going to have one really tough season. And if Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah left, would you blame them? It's just, I just don't know I just don't know what to think anymore. But we've got an international break, and then we've got the Merseyside derby. Normally I'm a bit apprehensive and anyway, I'm really not looking forward to it. I really am not. It's the first time in ages I'm actually looking forward to the international break. Alright guys, rant over. Thank you very much.